In today's video, we are going to discuss what life insurance is, why people buy life insurance, and more importantly, why people don't buy life insurance. Let's get after it. Life insurance is one of those things that people do not like talking about. In fact, you could probably rank it right up there with the kitchen table talks of politics and religion as taboo items. But life insurance doesn't have to be that complicated. So we're going to unravel the mystery right now of what life insurance is. Now, sit back, relax. This might take a while. Ready for it? Life insurance is a contract between you and a life insurance company. What that contract states is, if you die while this policy is in force, the life insurance company is going to pay a sum of money to the person that you listed as the beneficiary on that policy. Whew. I don't know how I got all that out. That was crazy complicated, wasn't it? No, life insurance is probably the easiest insurance to explain. And honestly, it is the only insurance policy that basically is guaranteed to pay. Because, drum roll please, we are all going to die. You see, home insurance, you might never have a claim. Auto insurance, there's a chance you'll never get in a wreck. Workers' comp insurance, you might not have employees that never get injured. Life insurance, if you have it when it's needed, is going to pay out. You're going to pass away. So life insurance is the easiest insurance to explain, and it's also the only insurance that is guaranteed to have an event which will cause it to pay out. All right, so now that we know what life insurance is in all its complexity, right? Well then, let's go over the reason or the reasons why people choose not to buy life insurance. And we can hear a myriad of answers. I've heard things like, I don't need it, which is odd. I've heard things like, it's a ripoff, which we just talked about. If you have any insurance at all, life insurance is the one that is proven that if you have a policy in place, it will pay out. So that's not a real reason. I've actually heard, I don't want my spouse and her new boyfriend to get rich off of when I die. That's all crazy answers, right? The real reason that I find that people choose not to buy life insurance is fear. You see, when we talk about life insurance, we're actually talking about our own mortality. And we can make up all kinds of crazy reasons about the reasons not to buy it, but the real reason is somewhere deep inside, we do not want to confront the fact that we might die. Well, newsflash, we are going to die. Every single one of us is going to die at some point, hopefully way in the future, but it's gonna happen. It's pointless to make the argument, right? We're going to die. So, fear is the real reason that people do not buy life insurance. The other reasons that they're gonna give you is it's too expensive or I can't afford it. And that's malarkey. That is just yet another excuse of not confronting and taking responsibility for what's actually going to happen. Because we will go down the street and buy a new phone and put insurance on the phone. If the phone breaks, is your family going to be in jeopardy? Is your family going to be in the position where they might lose everything? No, that's an excuse. We prioritize what's important, right? So shouldn't you prioritize your family? Yes. All right, so what if it's too expensive? Well, let me tell you this. For most people, you can get in some form of a life insurance policy, some form, I mean some amount, for $10, $20, $30 a month. I guarantee you that you spend more than that going to a Starbucks or having a big gulp at the gas station. It's a priority, people, right? So the reason why people do not buy life insurance is full of a malarkey. It is total bullshit. Okay, so we're done with the bad stuff, right? The reasons people do not buy life insurance. So what are the reasons, what are some examples of when people actually do buy life insurance and why? And these are real simple. Number one, most people will purchase life insurance to protect their families in case something happens to them. What do I mean? Well, if I were to pass away, my family would be missing the income that I bring in every single month. All right. And if you think times are tough when you're around and working for your family, what would happen if you weren't there? What would happen if your income wasn't there? Would it be any easier for them to pay their bills, pay the mortgage, pay the rent, buy groceries? I think not. So life insurance comes in and helps make that family whole, or at least as whole as possible, so that they can move on with their lives and so that they're not put out on the street, so that they don't become a burden to other people in the community. So that's number one, family protection. Now, number two, and this is the position we all want to be in. Well, if you accumulate a certain amount of wealth in the United States, well, then you will be put in a position where there will be an estate tax. And we can argue whether or not that is fair, but the fact is, once you reach a certain wealth in America, if you pass away, there will be a large estate tax. So with financial planning, financial planners will tell you, let's put on some life insurance to protect your estate from those taxes. So basically, the life insurance will pay out and then you can pay the estate tax. So that way, the entire estate that you've worked so hard for doesn't all go to the government. All right, so we're protecting a family, meaning we're making up our income. Another reason would be that we want to protect ourselves from estate taxes. And then, another reason that people purchase life insurance, and this is a tough one, is for future insurability. So a lot of times we put life insurance on children. And it's not necessarily that if the child passes away, that the family wouldn't be able to proceed because of we're missing that income, unless you have like a child movie star on your hands. But I've seen it. Child, we put life insurance on it in the beginning because they're healthy, right? What happens if 2, 3, 4, 10 years down the road, the child gets some sort of autoimmune disease, gets some sort of cancer, and they can never get life insurance again? So one reason that we put life insurance on people in general is to protect that insurability down the road. And trust me, this stuff happens. It is horrible to think about, but it happens. All right, and then finally, businesses. Businesses put life insurance on key individuals. Businesses put life insurance on owners. Why? Well, in the case of a key employee, if you have a really, really key employee in your business, that if something happened to them, the business would lose income. So you put life insurance on that individual so that if something were to happen, you could go out, replace that individual with a new hire. Maybe you've got to fill in some downtime or loss of revenue after that person is gone. So we call that key man life insurance. And then we can also have owner's life insurance, and typically the owner is a key person anyways, but we can put life insurance on the owner to help the transition into the new ownership down the road, or to fund what they call a buy-sell agreement. So you have agreed to buy my business and you purchase life insurance on me so that at the time of my death, there is a lump sum that you can go and give to my family. That's when we would use buy-sell life insurance. So those are some of the common reasons that people actually get life insurance. All right, so now we know what life insurance is. We know the reason why people don't purchase life insurance. And then we've gone over a few of the most common reasons that people actually do buy life insurance. People, life insurance is something that you have to take seriously. It is the only piece of insurance that you actually will need at some point in your life. So let the fear subside, go talk to an advisor, make sure that you have life insurance, and then make sure that you have enough life insurance. Until next time, we'll see you.